Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to discuss the reasons why men don't fall in love when a woman initiates. If you've been in the situation where you are looking to find stability with a man and commitment, and you end up in relationships with men that ghost you, disappear, or there's a lack of interest, or you can't even move into commitment with a man, this video is going to help explain what is going on in a man's mind and why this tends to happen. My work deals with masculine and feminine energy dynamics, and with the empowered energies. The empowered masculine and the empowered feminine operate differently in relationships and in the courtship phase, entering into a relationship. And so if you are looking to attract a man that is more in his empowered energies and you are looking to step into your empowered feminine, then make sure to stick around till the end of the video. And my resources are a great place to start to learn about the healthy energies, masculine and feminine dynamics. You can find that in the pinned comment below. Men are hardwired differently than women, which is predominantly why when we are pursuing men, what happens with the healthier masculine energy is he tends to feel a sense of discord within. Men and women are different, and we really want to embrace these differences. Masculine energy men are hardwired to pursue, to win, to claim, to conquer. They get a sense of pride and accomplishment when they have won something over versus just being handed something. And so because men are hardwired in this way, when we are initiating and pursuing a man, he loses that sense of accomplishment in winning a woman over. Men really need to feel that they have earned what they have. They feel good about themselves, winning something over and claiming something as theirs. Masculine energy feels really good with that, versus a feminine woman will feel good when she is claimed and when she is receiving something. It's really important to understand that we are different, and when we are initiating, we are taking his role in meeting us, noticing us, and taking the next steps to follow up to figure out if we are interested in him. Men are hardwired to pursue their goals and to pursue the things that it is that they want in their life. From a very young age, boys look to impress their mothers. They want the validation and happiness in doing something that makes their mother feels good. It's the same way in courting and dating and winning over a wife, especially when he wants to claim a woman as his wife, really wants to be able to meet this woman and feel some sort of interest in her and then have to win her over. So what happens when you initiate? You take away his sense of accomplishment, his sense of earning you, his sense of pride and satisfaction in knowing that he is the one that claimed you and did something to get your affection and interest. When you initiate with a man, I'm not saying it doesn't feel good to him, but what tends to happen is he loses that sort of interest in you. He loses those feelings of having to have worked for you. When a man initiates, what happens is not only does he feel good because he starts to feel successful, but we as women also feel good. I want you to think about times when you have taken the pursuer role. How did that feel in your body? Did that feel good? Did it feel good to initiate or try to get the interest of a man, to get him to like you or to notice you? If you really tune into your body and into your heart, you'll notice that it probably feels yucky. And even if you get that satisfaction in him responding to you, there'll always be this sense of doubt and wonder if this man was really interested in you, and if you had done nothing, would he have even approached you? And if you are interested, you can show him signs of interest, and I'll get into that later on in the video. But when a man is the one pursuing you, he also feels sure of you. So men that are unsure of a woman will never initiate because they don't have that drive to move things forward. My partner has even said this to me where, you know, as a professional athlete, of course, like women were always initiating with him, and even to this day we're engaged, and women from his past will still reach out to him, and he'll obviously tell me about it. And one thing that we spoke about was that he said to me, he is not the one initiating, right? He is not the one that is going and making it known that he's interested in these women. I am the only woman that he has actually initiated with, pursued, and really made it known that he wants to be with me and to claim me, and this is the reason why he knew that I was his wife. So whereas in, yes, he's been in relationships with women, yes, there's been, some sort of reciprocal relationship at some point, of course, like that's how relationships work. If there's any effort put on the woman to win the man over, as a natural driver, a man, even though he'll feel good with that because everyone wants attention, and I will get into the reasons why a little bit later in the video, within him, there'll always be some sort of doubt because he is not the one that moved things forward. My partner always says to me, when a man is the one that is initiating, a man knows within his heart that I'm interested in her. I'm sure of this woman. He feels this energy internally within him, which is why he moves after what it is that he wants. When a woman is easy to get or doesn't provide any sort of space for a man to work for her and just falls into his lap, even if he responds, even if he is there because, it's easy for him or it's convenient, he doesn't feel those like feelings of this is the woman I want and of certainty. He's just passing time. And I hate to say it, but that's the truth. And I want you again to go back and think about being in your own body and think about how it's felt for you when you really liked a man and you've initiated, or even if you are a man that is more in his feminine energy, because I've had men comment and ask me if this applies to men as well that are more in their feminine energy. And yes, it absolutely does, because this is energy. The masculine energy always wants to be the one to pursue, and the feminine energy always wants to be the one to receive. Now, think about it as the feminine partner. When you have been interested in a man or interested in a masculine energy partner, and you have given him signs that you are interested in him, and you are the one that is, like looking to meet up or extend the conversations or anything like that, does it feel good? It doesn't feel good. And so men that will be triggered and get mad at my messages, I would invite you to look within to see, like, where is that pain point? If we're getting triggered by my messages, there must be some truth to that, and we must feel uncomfortable about it. And rather than lashing out at a random person on the internet, which by the way can show how unhealthy, it's just unhealthy to do that. Why not look within to see what is this sparking in within me? We want a man to be the one to initiate because we want a man to be activated in his heart, not his ego. When we pursue a man or the masculine energy, we are activating his ego, right? We are making him feel good, but not making him feel good in a heart sense, let's say. A man can only feel true heart emotions for a woman that he's had to work over, because with the heart emotions, there has to be a level of, I know this woman, I've had to win her over, I've had to earn her. There's a lot of different emotions that go into activating a man's heart versus activating a man's ego. So when you go and you give a man attention on the internet or on a dating app and you're pursuing him versus him pursuing you, and he has so many women doing this to him, because if you're pursuing him, you better believe a lot of women are going to be pursuing him, you're activating his ego. So he feels good in the moment. Everyone wants attention in the moment. Great, it feels good. But he doesn't feel that desire within him that really signals to him that, oh my God, this is my wife. This is the person that I want to win over. Ego is activated when we get something without having to work for it. It's cheap, right? It's putting yourself out there and putting yourself out there in cheap ways, being seductive or wearing clothes that you know is going to appeal to pretty much all men, right? It is cheap attention. And so ego is a short-term gratification fix, whereas in the heart doesn't work that way. The heart and true self-esteem and true knowing of something being right takes hard work, right? It takes hard work, and in that comes a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, which is how our self-esteem is built. And this is how men start to feel true love for a woman, because when they've had to win over a woman, that woman is not easy to get. That woman is not giving attention to all these men and just super open, having done no inner work. No, a woman that is harder to get is kind, has a beautiful energy, has a beautiful aura, but she believes in herself. She knows her worth. And so she's only going to give her attention to men that also see her in the way that she sees herself. So this is a high value woman. And when a man has to work for this high value woman and a man knows, wow, she hasn't been with a lot of men, she can pretty much get any man she wants and she's giving me the time of day, that gives him a sense of accomplishment. And now when he has to work for that attention versus the woman giving everything to the man without having to work for it, that is when his true feelings start to develop for her and his true attraction starts to develop for her. Now, why do we want men to initiate? Because not only does it make us feel good as the feminine energy, so the feminine partner is always going to feel very good when a man is, or the masculine energy is in pursuit of her when she is seen, right? The feminine energy just always wants to be seen. And if she has to cheapen herself to be seen, or she has to dim her light to please everyone else because she's afraid of the reactions she's going to get with men or with the world, the feminine energy is not going to really feel good about herself. The masculine energy is also going to feel good when he's the one that is pursuing, because that is in it of itself masculine energy. The masculine energy is the pursuer. So when he is moving toward a goal, he's moving toward winning this woman over, not only does she feel good in his pursuit, but he feels good because he's actually taking the role that he's designed and intended to take. So what do we want to do instead? So if I'm saying, we want to allow men to initiate, what do we want to do instead? Well, what we want to do is when a man is pursuing us or is showing interest in us, and I go into this more in What Men Want. I actually go into the various dating stages, and I go into depth about how you should be on dating apps and more specifics. So make sure you check out the book and you can get a free chapter as well. What do we want to do when a man is showing interest in us? I'm not saying at all to play games or to be rude or to be cold. No, I'm saying the opposite. When a man is pursuing us and we're interested in him, we just need to show him our appreciation and really show him that we are happy for his efforts. We want to be graceful and happy, and not overly happy, just in alignment with where you are in the dating phase. But we want to show that we're appreciative and we are receiving his effort. On a dating app, we also want to create space for a man to be initiating and pursuing. Now, I have to emphasize that a man is not going to continue to initiate or pursue a woman that doesn't feel good to be around, plays games, that manipulates, etc. So again, I'm talking about the healthier dynamics. If a woman feels good to be around and is receptive to, the man is going to continue to pursue, and he's not going to feel a sense of rejection. And so I think a lot of times when men are responding to my videos, either they're not watching it or they're getting triggered because they're feeling a sense of rejection, right? If a man is feeling rejected by you and he's making advancements towards you and you are cold or you are mean or you're playing games, yes, a man is not going to continue to pursue you. So again, I'm talking about the healthier dynamics. When a man is pursuing you and he's setting up dates, what you want to do is you want to be happy, you want to show your enthusiasm, and you want to be appreciative to him. You also want to trust his leadership, and you want to trust that masculine energy wants to pursue. This is what masculine energy is designed to do, and that you don't need to do anything aside from doing your own inner work and focusing on your own healing journey. Secrets of the Feminine Woman is such a good first step to healing your inner child. I get into a lot of healing stuff in Secrets of the Feminine Woman. The only thing you should be focused on is working on becoming the best version of yourself. You don't need to work to get the attention of a man. You just want to trust that the more work you've done on yourself, the more you're going to show up as a light in the world, and the more attractive you're going to be to masculine energy. The more attractive you are to masculine energy, the more you're going to begin to trust in the things I'm saying, because oftentimes we've not done the things I'm saying. We've done the opposite, where we've pursued men, we've initiated, and obviously it's not working, because if it was working, you guys would not have landed on my video and you would not be searching for ways to win over your love interest. So it's going to take time for this to move into your nervous system. But when it does, and when you start doing these things and you start healing, what you'll notice is that you'll start to trust in men's leadership, right? I very much trust in masculine energy. I also trust in the universe. There's nothing that needs to be done outside of me being myself and trusting in my own self and my own message, and the rest will be taken care of on its own, even if there will be a lot of negativity along the way. That's okay. When you've done your inner work, you're okay with that. Just as when you've done your inner work and you're dating, not everyone is going to be a match. And instead of getting into victim energy, we want to release certain things and continue to move forward. And if we really want a masculine energy man, we want to move forward in our pursuit of a healthy relationship in the ways that I've been speaking about. Okay, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will speak with you on the next one.